Good morning. I'm Michael Erickson. Welcome. Demand from your elected officials that they secure our borders. A question for you. Do you pay taxes? If you do, a substantial amount of your money, in addition to the country's money, is used to pay for illegal immigration. The costs of illegal immigration create a great fiscal burden for each individual, for each local, for each state, and federal governments. Thousands of illegal immigrants enter our country every week as our borders remain less than 50% secure. Our borders remain vulnerable because the federal government refuses to enforce constitutional laws. Instead, the federal government resists and obstructs state efforts to deal with these issues to protect their citizens. The financial burden of illegal immigrants is crippling to individual citizens, to local, to state, and to the federal government. And according to an article, The Fiscal Burden of Illegal Aliens on Washingtonians by Jack Martin of the Federation for American Immigration and Reform in 2012, the average taxpayer in the state of Washington pays an extra $970 per year due to the costs of illegal immigration. The majority of costs from illegal aliens comes from health care, education, the justice system, and social assistance programs. And according to www.redstate.com, in 2010, the financial burden for the state of Arizona was $2.5 billion. And according to FAIR, the financial burden to the U.S. in 2010 alone was $113 billion, with $52 billion of that going to education. We all must deal with the burdens of these costs because of the great amount of illegal aliens that are already present and that enter through our unsecure and undermanned borders. And according to Arizona Senator John Kyle at kyle.senate.gov, in March of 2012, quote, 500,000 illegal immigrants enter or overstay their visa each year. Additionally, in addition to illegal immigration problems, our unsecured borders lead to additional crime and also possible terrorism. As Senator Kyle goes on to say, quote, sophisticated and especially brutal drug cartel operations are reaching into Arizona's border communities, and many areas of public lands have been put off limits because of the increased violence. In addition, according to www.gao.gov, a February 2011 report, only 44% of our border is under the control of the United States Border Patrol. Our borders are not secure because the federal government has failed to act to enforce laws that have already been established. Instead, the federal government attempts to intervene and interfere when states like Arizona and Alabama create and pass laws to protect their citizens. Among the laws that the federal government is not enforcing is Article 4, Section 4 of the United States Constitution, which can be found at www.usconstitution.net, which states that the federal government guarantees that the government will protect states from invasion. Additionally, according to www.ncsl.org, in 2012 alone, 41 states have enacted 114 bills to deal with illegal immigration. Illegal immigration is taking a great toll on our country and its people, including those that immigrate here illegally. We all are burdened with shouldering the great fiscal load that illegal immigration brings. The burden is on each individual, each local, each state, and the federal government. Aside from the financial burdens, though, our borders are severely porous and undermanned and unsecure, making them not only vulnerable to illegal immigration, but to drugs, terrorism, and other criminal activities such as human trafficking. The financial burdens that weigh our country down can be reduced if the federal government would act to secure our borders. Please tell your elected officials to secure our borders and enforce the laws that have already been set in place to protect American citizens. Thank you.